Hey, welcome to Rebuilding Hollers, come hell or high waters. My name is Stephanie, and I will be your host for the evening. Thank you so much for joining us on this post-apocalyptic storm eve, the eve of the, what they even named this one, some crazy name. I think like Fern or something wild. So welcome to the show. I'm so excited y'all are here tonight. We are doing a pre-record tonight because just in case bad weather comes in, we wanted to be prepared and also safely tucked into our holler. So you are joining us tonight, Friday night, and hopefully everyone is home and safe and well prepared for the incoming weather that we have. Today I have with me Kim, who I love. She has been with us here at Rebuilding Hollers since we really have been working together since about July or August. But our relationship goes further than that. Kim is also one of our projects and experienced significant devastation due to the storm. So she has seen so much, and so I'm excited to get into that with you tonight. I'm so glad you're here. But before we get into that, I have a couple things to share with you. As always, pretty please like, share, and comment. That way people can see what we have going on. I want to make sure everybody knows the truth about what is really happening here in Western North Carolina, because so much of what the news and stuff portrays is just not what's happening. You know, we always get these updates that this money's been released or this is happening or that's happened. I mean, it's just all fake news as far as I'm concerned. So let's make sure everybody knows that we still need you. We still need your help. We are still struggling here in Western North Carolina. But we had a good week this week, of course, before the storm, right? I mean, once the storm hits, we don't know what's going to happen, but we'll talk about that. This week, we had our episode in Woman's World magazine. So if you're at the grocery store anywhere here in America, pick up the #1 selling magazine in America, Women's World magazine. We are on page 10 and 11 telling our story. I'm so excited about that. That article is about our partnership with the Mountain Heritage High School Construction Technology Program, our amazing friend Jeremy Dotz, and the wonderful students that are in his honors carpentry class that are building homes for our neighbors. It's quite amazing. They are currently building Project 510. That is projected to be delivered next month. And then they are going to immediately start the third home for us. We're most excited about the third home because this time we're going to go a little bigger. So it is going to be, it's going to be like, instead of one, it's going to be two. So it'll be a slightly bigger home, actually double. It's going to be double size. It'll be about a 1,300 square foot home. So we're real excited about that. So we're just going to keep moving. We're just going to keep doing. But this article, we were so thankful when they called. I actually didn't know what Woman's World magazine was, but y'all know I'm not really a girly girl. And so I was telling everybody in the office, and they're like, Steph, that's Women's World. Yeah. That's a big deal. You remember?
That's a big deal, yeah.
And so we're so thankful for it. I was so excited to find it on the shelves yesterday. And we're just so honored that they picked our organization and our story and what we're trying to do to rebuild our community. Because this is hard. This is hard. So, so we got that. We are so excited. Next month, February the 19th through the 21st, we will be at the GAA Classic Car Show and Auction. This is the Greensboro Auto Auction, and George and Megan Shin of the George Shin Foundation have donated this incredible 2004 Cadillac XLR for us. So they have put this up as the charity car. We will be at the event. We'll have a booth. We'll be telling folks all about Rebuilding Hollers and everything we are doing to rebuild our community. So if you are in the Greensboro area, or if you want to come to the GAA and bid on this car, I will be so thankful. 100% of all the money raised for this vehicle will come straight to Rebuilding Hollers and continue to help me rebuild my community. So I'm so excited about that. That's going to be very cool.
Yeah, that's
really cool.
That's pretty sweet.
I'm hoping that they'll let us sell merch because we're going to have a booth. And I've made magazines. So before the storm, I was a realtor. I'm still a realtor, but I used to make real estate magazines. Well, now I'm making Rebuilding Hollers magazines. And so the magazine has like a lot of our projects in it and our story. So I'll be able to tell everybody there all about us and how much they will be able to help us keep rebuilding our community. So I'm very excited about that. Y'all know my goal is to raise $1 million next month, which is insane. I mean, that's a total insane ask, but I also know that God has showed up for us. All of America has showed up to help us, and we have proven what we do with that money. Yeah. We have proven how we're rebuilding our community, and it's working. So, I mean, I'm just going big. I'm just believing in $1 million to be raised because I need it. We need it. We have so many projects going, and I spend so much money every single day keeping those projects going, buying building materials, buying tools, paying the local contractors. I mean, it's very expensive to do what we're doing. So I'm excited about that. Now in March, y'all know we're so excited about March. In March, we will be on the Mike Rowe show. And so I'm real excited about that. That's going to be very cool. Now you got to meet Mike.
I did. Here. Such a nice guy.
He is so kind.
Such a nice guy. Very personable, very so down to earth.
Yes. Just exactly how he is on TV.
Oh, he's funny. Yeah. He's just like he is on television.
Yeah.
Super nice guy.
He's a hoot. He tickles me to death. And then in May, on May the 23rd, we will have our second annual Jeep into the Hollers event. We're most excited about this. We will be inviting people from all over the country here to the mountains to explore our hollers, to go on a ride about, to visit all of the businesses that we have gotten reopened, to come meet our community and help our community as we continue to rebuild. So we're most excited about that. We'll have a silent auction again with some really good stuff. We will be raffling off something. I don't know if it will be a Jeep. I don't know if it will be an ATV or a side-by-side. We're going to be raffling off something big, but we like waiting for surprises. We'll just see what God sends, but we do have some cool stuff already lined up for the silent auction. So we're most excited about that. I think that's going to be great. So now let's talk a little bit about what's coming in this weekend. So we have a major storm coming. We have no idea if we're getting an inch of snow, an inch of ice, 24 inches of snow, and 3 inches of ice. The forecast is everywhere, and it's changing every hour. And so we just want everybody to be prepared. One of the things that we've talked about a lot this week is preparedness. And so we'll cover a couple of those points with you right now. So some of the things, of course, it's Friday night. It may be too late, but if not, some of the things you need to be thinking about, go ahead and fill up that bathtub with water. Let's go ahead and fill up some of your jugs with water. Make sure you have water. Hopefully you have a little bit of cash. It's so important to keep cash on hand at all times. You never know when the internet or phones could go down. And so always, always, always have cash. That's something I am constantly preaching. Make sure that you have, if it does snow, if it's a huge snow, and you sit in your car to warm up, make sure that exhaust is clean. The snow is not piled up on that exhaust. And stay home. Just stay home, because if you go out and get into an accident, the people that have to respond to you, something could happen to them. It's just never worth it to me. So pretty please, during bad weather, stay home. It's okay to stay home. I think it's most important.
Absolutely.
I mean, to go out and get in a crazy situation,
because those responding,
yes,
have families as well.
Yes, right. That's right. And we need to keep them safe. They're our favorite people. We love them so much. Now here at the Hollers, Kim and Karen had a great idea today, and they were like, let's make a Facebook post and let's do our part to get everybody prepared. How'd that make you feel?
Oh, today was overwhelming.
Yeah, today
has been overwhelming, to say the least.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh gosh, it's like the parking lot all over again. I'm like, I know. This is why I don't do basics distribution. It was intense. We probably had 200 people in the shop today.
Oh, there's no telling. I mean, there were times that, the parking lot was completely full.
Yeah.
3 and 4 deep.
Yeah. And the phone's ringing.
Yeah.
And everybody, so what we did have some buddy heaters. We thought we had more than we did. We had some in storage, and then we weren't expecting, anyway, we didn't end up having what we thought we had. And so but we still got out at least 50.
I would say so.
Or more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we have been, it's not that we've been hoarding them. They've always been available, but it was our leftover stock from last winter.
Well, and we've came out of summer.
Yeah.
We're so they were. Yeah. People weren't asking for them.
That's right. Yeah. It's stuff that we've had since really not the storm, but since we moved here, because once we came out of winter, people didn't need them anymore. So we're completely out of heaters now. We're completely out of propane. We're completely out of everything. We do still have some butane camp stoves, some butane, little things. But by the time you're seeing this, we're going to be at home. And we will not return until we can safely leave our homes, because I'm not coming out. I mean, you've been on my driveway.
Yeah. Yeah.
No way. We're not coming out.
When Stephanie says, I live in the woods and my driveway's, yes.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. But I do love it up there. It's so private. Beautiful. We don't have any neighbors. It's so lovely. But it's very scary in snow and certainly in ice. So we're not going to be, once the storm starts, we will not be available. And we will be just praying like crazy that everybody is staying warm. We've done our part. We sent out a lot of insulation today. We had gotten a lot of calls from campers that had not prepared. So they didn't have any underpinning or any straw or any foam board insulation under the campers. And so we sent out a lot of that today because people, I don't want anybody freezing.
No.
I don't want anybody to be freezing in the storm. So hopefully we got as many as we could prepared. Friday we'll be doing the same, but then we're gonna leave a little early. We'll leave tomorrow about 1:00, and so that way we can finish getting our stuff prepared too, because it just matters. It matters so much. So I'm excited to get snowed in. I want everybody to be warm. Hopefully everybody's prepared, but I do love a good snow. Because I can get a lot of work done. Nobody's calling. I can sit down on the computer and just catch up on all the stuff that I don't have caught up on because we've been preparing for the storm and making sure everybody's ready. So I'm excited about that. So let's get into with my friend Kim, how crazy it is here, right?
Gosh.
What do you think about working at Rebuilding Hollers?
Rebuilding Hollers it's great. It's great. Every day's different.
Yep.
And you like today, we really tried to help people be prepared. We had the buddy stoves, we had our blankets, we had flashlights, we had, like I say, little camp stoves, we had plastic water jugs that people could collect water before. And for me, having gone through the storm.
Yeah.
And I think I was somewhat prepared even before Helene hit.
Yeah.
But I would hope that people would have really realized the importance of being prepared. And I think today we saw people that had been prepared and thought they no longer needed their stuff.
Right.
And they'd given it away, which is fine if you feel like somebody needs something, share.
Right.
But it's so important that we be prepared. But we have a lot of fun at Rebuilding Hollers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good times, and there are some sad times. There really are. When I first came here, because I'd been through the storm myself, and when I first came here, those first few weeks were really hard.
Right. And we weren't prepared for how hard that was for you, because we had all been doing this for so long that we were kind of immune to it. Not immune, we just process it differently. Like I carry everybody's story with me.
Well,
I don't lay them down at night.
No,
I carry them.
You can't. Yeah. There's no way you can. And I think you guys had went into this help mode.
Yes.
And I had went into this survival mode.
Right. Right. And that's how I met you in the beginning.
That is exactly right. Yeah. The first time I met you, of course.
I love this story.
My oldest son, Zeb, which is good friends with Stephanie as well. She's been so great to them. He calls me and says, "Mom, I need you to run up to Stephanie." So I'm like, who's Stephanie?
Because we weren't even rebuilding Hollers at that point.
No. And they were, and we had not even gone into the Roses parking lot after the storm. So he says, "Go up there, go around the back of the building and go and ask for Stephanie." And I went in and I'm, "Hey, how are you?" And I'm like, "Hey, I'm fine." and I go to leave and she says, "I love you." And I go back to the vehicle and my husband said, "Who was it?" And I'm like, "I have no idea, but she was so nice." And we just became friends after that.
Immediately.
We really became friends after that.
I loved you instantly.
And I remember one day we were down there, my husband and I working, and I'd been in the Bobcat for days pushing sand and I just had that. That was like my first breakdown moment, really, really, really. And I got out of that Bobcat and I told my husband, I said, "I'm going to talk to Stephanie." And I sit down there and I broke down and I cried. And I think it helped me get it off my chest.
Yes.
But when I came up here to work with Rebuilding, that first couple of weeks was emotionally hard.
Yes.
Because people were coming in with their stories and I was trying to process their stories and my own story. And so I remember going home and my husband said, "Kim, if you don't think you can do this, you can, because I'm retired.
Yes.
You can come back home." And I'm like, "No, I'm tougher than that."
Yeah.
And Stephanie and I are a lot. Yeah, we really are.
She runs heavy equipment. Y'all know I love heavy equipment.
But it was hard because everybody has their story. And yet everybody's story is different.
Yeah.
And I don't care how many videos you saw, how much you've read in a book, how many times someone's told someone else's story. If you put a face to that story, you've not heard that story yet. Right. You don't know that story.
Right. And when we're in with them in person, it's so real. I mean, like for me, I feel people's emotions.
Yes.
So when I say I carry it, it's because I'm looking them in the eye and I'm trying to alleviate some of that pressure for them.
Yeah.
Because I don't want people to feel that desperation. I don't want people to feel they're abandoned or they're alone. And it's hard.
It's tough. It's tough when you go, because I went out several times with Stephanie and you go to that home and you see what's left of their life.
Right.
And then what they're going through and what they're trying so hard to rebuild.
Right.
And I'm telling you, there's some tough people out here.
Yes, there are. There
are some tough. And usually that you can tell somebody's spirit by how they have responded.
That's right. That's right. And it's been another thing that has been so hard. And one of my specialties, as you know, is saying, "But what do you want?"
Yeah.
Because we had so many organizations come in and go to people's property and tell them what they should do.
Here's what you're going to get.
Yeah. Here's what you're going to get. Here's what we can do for you. And really, they're insulting. I mean, without saying names, you've had to deal with that.
Yes, I have.
And it's a terrible feeling to know everything is gone. Everything is destroyed. You don't have the money to fix it. You didn't get FEMA money. You didn't get insurance money. Or if you did, nowhere near enough.
No.
To make an actual impact. And then you have somebody coming in going, well, I mean, they're hateful.
Absolutely. And when you're at almost your lowest point, and then someone comes in and just insults you.
Yes.
And it's really hard. That's a really hard pill to swallow. Yeah. And I said,
and I fight them.
Well,
I do. Remember that one time when I'll never forget when that happened to you. And I like to have come unglued. Yeah. Like, how can you go to somebody's home, standing in their destroyed home, and talk smack to them and be hateful to them? Yeah. Like that is next level. But that is what our neighbors are experiencing. You experienced it.
Well, and the thing about here, I mean, I was born and raised in Yancey County. My family goes back generations. And we're hard workers. Most of these people they don't want to, they want to figure it out for themselves.
Absolutely.
They're not here begging for a handout. But a lot of these people that come here come from places they treat people differently than we treat
Right.
people. We welcome into our home, and,
Yeah.
and we try to do, what can I give you?
Right.
And a lot of these people in here,
the volunteers, some of the people
some of these that come in here, I don't think they realize that, we don't speak down to us.
Right.
Because I think they think, oh, you're from the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah.
You're a hillbilly redneck. And
Yeah.
we're not. We're working people.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm a hillbilly redneck.
Well, and that's...
But I have hillbilly redneck tendencies too. I'll hug you or I'll cut you.
We're not doing that today.
Yeah, I know. Kim keeps me calm.
Sometimes I have to look over and say, no, Stephanie,
calm down. Don't punch him in the face.
But the people here, they know
Yes.
what they had.
Yes.
They know what they've worked for.
Yes.
And a lot of them are not just going to settle for something that is subpar.
Right. As they shouldn't.
They should not have to.
And I've had to go to war with some of the organizations that have been like, well, it's free to them. They should just be thankful. And here's the deal. It wasn't free to them. They lost everything. They've worked their whole life for something, and a storm come and took all of that away. And so just because someone is helping us get it built back, just because we are rebuilding something, doesn't mean that was free to them. They've worked their whole life for it, and it was gone in an instant.
Absolutely.
So I look at that different. I've also had to go to battle with a couple people saying, well, why are you rebuilding them there? Well, they didn't have anywhere else to go. Where are you going to go?
Where are you going to go?
That's their property. That's what they own. They want to rebuild on their land. And so that's why I'm saying to not just you, but to our 583 other projects, what do you want? How can we help you? And so I think that's important. It's so important. It's my number one, what matters to me is to get people what they need, where they need it, and at a level that they know it's just pure love. It is coming from pure love and nothing else. It is not about, look what I did for you. It is not about, well, I did this for you and it was free. You should just be thankful. We had a group of volunteers almost burn another house down today. That was a whole nother come apart.
Yeah.
That was a whole nother come apart today. It's been tough. It has definitely been tough. I forgot to turn my phone on silent. I probably should go ahead and do that. She's going crazy today. It's nonstop, ain't it?
It has been. It's been nonstop. But you do things without no expectations of return. You give it out. You're willing. You try.
Yeah.
And you have no expectations of return.
Well, but we are particular.
Absolutely.
Right? So our projects need to be in Yancey and Mitchell County before the storm and receive damage from the storm. Right. So like if you moved here after the storm and bought a house that needs remodeling, that's not my specialty.
Correct.
If you were in the middle of building a house during the storm and just want help finishing your house, that is not my specialty. My specialty is specifically building materials, supplies, and supplying contractors and builders to our neighbors who received loss and damage during Hurricane Helene, period. I don't step outside of that box at all. So it is a very specific, but we are the only organization that is not going to do a credit check on you. We're not going to do a criminal background check on you. We just want to get our neighbors and small businesses whole again. That is our specialty.
Right.
And I met with an organization a couple of days ago, and they want to build a neighborhood, and I tried to explain to them neighborhoods don't work here. I mean, that is just, you can go to, when you see a lot that's for sale in the mountains, guaranteed it's a failed neighborhood from 2008. We have so many neighborhoods that were abandoned because neighborhoods don't work here. People don't come to remote rural America and want to live in a neighborhood on half an acre, mostly because half an acre is not half an acre here. That's not, land don't really work like that here. But they want to build a neighborhood and give people a trailer and but then they don't the people that they will give the trailers to do not get to build, like they don't own the lot, so they'll still have rent and they'll still have things that make them not whole, in my opinion. If they've lost everything and you give them a trailer and a place to put the trailer but they don't own the land, they can never take a mortgage out on the house, so it's always personal property, it's never real property. And essentially you're building a business for for somebody, because if in 2 years you can charge those people lot rent, somebody's going to be making that money forever. So someone's going to invest heavily into a development and build the infrastructure, load it up with trailers, and then they're going to be paying lot rent to the property owner. That's not help. I mean, it may be to the property owners that now have an operational business bringing in a couple $100,000 a year, but
well, then if you decide to, which you supposedly will own that trailer, but if you choose to find you a lot or be able to fix your lot and you're able to move it back, that's expensive.
That's very expensive. It can cost upwards of a couple $1,000s to move it. Plus, then you have to, get it to the new site, build the new foundation, make it a permanent foundation, put in a well, put in a septic. I mean, there's just so many people that I think have good intentions, but it's not thought all the way through. Like, are you sitting down and talking to our neighbors and asking them what they need? Because you're not going to move into a neighborhood.
Well, and two, if you left your land, did you have a mortgage on that land?
Right.
What do you do about that? And then if you've got a lot rent,
it's intense.
It's
it's pretty wild what a lot of people are trying to do, and they don't want to listen to me, which I'm kind of used to that. I'm being a realtor. Not everybody wants to listen to their realtor either, but it can be disheartening. So I'm putting my blinders on, and that's just not my demon and not my battle. And I'm going to stay specializing in what we're doing and focus on the projects that we have, because
it's important.
Yeah, I think that's just the best way to do it.
Yeah, and there's several projects that are clicking right along.
Yeah, we've got a couple coming up that'll be ready for their certificate of occupancy very soon. Number 9 is getting very close. If the volunteers don't burn it down, I think I'll never have volunteers on another project again.
Well, it's hard because they may be a group of people that have some skill.
Yeah.
But do they have the right skill?
Right. Or they just like I know one time the group that is doing this, they said we're gonna have 22 volunteers on the job site, and I was just like, oh my God, what are you gonna do with 22? I mean, that's insane. That's an insane amount of people to have on a job site. I had a lady come in the other day and asked me if I accepted children on the job site, and I was like, no, absolutely not. But then I backed up and I said the reason she thinks that is because of our connection with the construction technology program at the high school. But the reality is those children are in a classroom environment with an instructor being, instructed specifically how to do things. I can't oversight a bunch of kids on a job site.
Yeah, that's Mr. Dotson. That's such a wonderful program.
Isn't he amazing?
Such a wonderful program. He is, and he loves those children.
Oh.
He loves teaching those children.
He's good at it.
And those are life skills.
Yes.
And I'll be honest, there's an excitement from those children.
Yes.
And
they love going to school. They go to school, and school can be closed and they still will go. If he's there, they're going.
And that's such a wonderful program, because we've got kids that, not everybody gets out of high school and moves away.
Right.
A lot of kids stay here. And
we want them to stay.
Absolutely. Their families, I mean, they're going to live on family land, or they're going to live near, marry, have kids, keep the kids around the grandparents, and these are skills that they can use to be able to work in the community.
Yes, forever.
And it's a wonderful, wonderful program.
It's a big deal.
It's a great program.
I'm its biggest fan. I know that other people say they're the biggest fan, but I'm such a huge fan of it because I see, I have a young daughter too. Well, she's 20 now. Can y'all believe it? I have a 20-year-old. She's so amazing. But, having a young child, I guess she's not young now. She's an adult. Still, she's mine.
Accept it.
Yeah. I know. I'm trying.
Accept it, Steph.
So having a younger daughter and knowing, how she's going to stay in the area and want to, you just cheer for the kids. I cheer for the kids hard.
Oh, absolutely.
Because life is hard.
Yeah. I had my oldest son stayed here.
Yeah.
My youngest son moved away.
Yeah.
And even growing up, I knew one would probably leave and one would probably stay.
Yeah.
But they both got their jobs and their skills, and they've both done well in their own right.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not necessarily that you go off to a 4-year college. Take your daughter, for instance. She had a passion.
Yeah.
And she's fabulous at what she does.
She's so good.
She is. I mean,
look, I still have nails from her. She's like, Mom, you have to have nails.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And she went to
Malin.
She went to Malin.
Yeah.
And she just, and she's got such a talent. And it's wonderful.
Yes.
I think it's wonderful. If our kids can either learn a skill or because of course we have Alltech here, which is a wonderful program. They can go to Malin and they can go through these schools and they learn these crafts of welding and those kind of things. And they can use that.
Exactly.
Those trades are invaluable to these students or these kids that are local.
Yeah.
For those that go off to these 4-year colleges, and more than likely they're going to have to leave small town.
Yeah.
To go in to do that. But I'm blown
pleased
away
with
by
Malin. I love Malin.
Oh,
I think
absolutely.
They're a wonderful school. They care so much for the kids.
Absolutely.
They're training them up. And our high schools are preparing them for that.
Yeah.
So the construction technology program, Cynthia Deaton and Jeremy Dotts and Jim Swain, now John Anglin, everybody's working so hard. Mr. Williams, they work so hard to prepare the children for college or for their next step. And I'm just in awe of it. I'm so inspired by them.
Well, and when we did the first home, and the 2 girls came up, and I'm like, girls, I am so proud of you.
I'm
so proud of you.
Yeah.
And even though they may go into
look, one of them is going into welding, and the other one is going to go into the same thing I went to and was doing in college, which is construction management. Yeah. So they're following they're excited.
I was thrilled. I was like, girls, it's hang in there. That is fabulous.
Yeah,
they're
awesome.
To see that.
They're rock stars. I'm so excited about that. And so now the new program that started this semester is, it's not the new program, it's the honors class. So then the fall semester is like a 2-hour class. And then for this semester, it's their 3 hours honor class that's strictly seniors. So that's who's building right now.
Yeah.
And they're building. They're finishing up the first one that they started this semester. And then they're going to build essentially 2 more, but it'll go together as one house.
Right.
I think that's going to be pretty cool.
I think that's going to be great.
And
I think that takes care of the need in that particular home.
Yes.
So I think that's
it's getting their neighbor home. And this is the third one will be a neighbor with the child.
Yeah.
So some of them we need to get a little bigger because they have bigger needs. So
and the second home they're so excited.
Oh gosh, she is
so excited.
So what do you think when we go riding and you get to explore some of the projects with me? How does that?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. I can say it puts that story through my eyes, and like I say, you don't get that on the television or in the book or off the local news. You have to be able to. I remember we went down to Lynn Peterson's store.
Yes.
And it was so beautiful, and he was so excited. He was so proud of what he had, and that is so vital for a small community.
Mm-hmm. We're getting ready to start our second store.
Oh, that's awesome!
I know, I'm super excited about that. We are working right now on the elevation survey. So there's so many steps. Yeah. There's so many steps to rebuilding. So the very first step is getting with emergency management, which is also like our flood director, I guess, and we go through an application process for the flood elevation. So we have to do that step, and then they're like, yes, you can build there. And then depending on that elevation depends on what type of property I have to build. Now this will be my first one in a flood zone. My first building, like commercial space in the flood zone. Everything else I'm building in flood zones is residential.
Right.
And so I figured out residential, I have to overbuild the footers, I have to overbuild the foundation. Everything is overbuilt. I'm most excited for some of our upcoming projects that are not in the floodway or flood zone. So now they're moving up on the mountain or they're at a completely different property. So the footers can be smaller, the foundation, everything can be more regular size.
Right.
I'm excited about those, but Lynn's, he's incredible. He's come so far.
Yeah.
We're still working to get him gas. So he did have gas before, but everything washed away. Everything's gone. And so now, which is kind of wild, he's no longer grandfathered in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So because everything washed away and we had to rebuild it, then they look at it as a brand new location, a brand new store, brand new everything. And so now they won't grandfather him in to all the regulations that they now have if you're going to sell fuel. And he doesn't want to sell fuel like a big, huge gas station. We're talking about, a 300-gallon tank. Small.
Just enough. Yeah.
Just enough.
Yeah.
Enough, a little bit of diesel, a little bit of gas, a little bit of kerosene, something like that. And it's intense. We're jumping through some hoops.
Well, the day we rode through and we stopped down there.
Yeah.
We had our bologna sandwich.
Oh, I love his
It was
bologna
great.
sandwich.
And
got that government cheese.
Oh, my and there was a lady came in and she's like, I need a quart of oil.
Yeah.
Where was she going to go? Where else was she going to go if she didn't have to come all the way into town?
Yeah.
And that's quite.
It's 45-minute ride.
Yeah, it's quite the haul. Yeah. And so that's what I'm saying. These places like that, they're so important. But going out and seeing these stories and seeing these people and hear the one house we went to, the father,
number 8,
building the house.
That one gets you, don't it?
It does.
I'm crazy about them.
It does, because here's a father who has worked till he is just weary.
He is so worn out.
Yeah.
I'm so much worried about him. After the storm, we have a crew going out that is really going to get on it with him and get some stuff done, because he has been building first from the storm until June was just cleanup.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they had caskets in the yard. They had debris like you can't imagine. So his first 7 months was nothing but property cleaned up, just trying to clean up so that he could bring his family back to the property without them seeing all the bad stuff. And then he started building in July. That's when he started. And so to see how far he's come, though, is amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing, but it's hard.
It is hard, and he said he's got this nice porch out there he's worked on, and he said, I just sat down here the other night and just watched the sun go down below the mountains, and I'm sitting here thinking, here you are, sitting on a porch, looking down at everything you've lost, and what you're left with. And just that moment of quietness for him. And I felt he needed that.
Yes.
But here's a man who's got a wife, daughters, and he feels such a responsibility to give them,
yes,
to build them a home. Yes. And I remember you said to him, you said, I'll get you some painters out here. We'll get sheetrock up, we'll get some painters. And he said, paint doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I need walls.
Yeah.
To get my family home.
Yeah. Yeah. He's prepared to just move in once the sheetrock's done. And I'm like, no, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, sir. It's not going to take me that much longer to get the paint done, because he's just thinking, just go. And that's part of this. Something that I carry very close is making sure I'm checking on everybody, because people hit walls and they get to a point of complete exhaustion and complete being overwhelmed. And that's why this matters so much to me, because I don't want them to feel like they're alone. His, well, I won't say it, but it's just so important to me to make sure we're always checking in. And you call a lot. You're always calling and checking on people.
But I told him, I said, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm so proud that, and they're living tough.
Yeah.
They're living between camper and tiny homes, and
we have a lot of people living like
absolutely.
that.
And I'm telling you, I live in a camper, but we're prepared.
Yeah.
And some of these people who have been thrown into this, you're not living in an RV and wintering in Florida.
No.
It's tough.
So
I mean, even for someone who knows what they're doing, it's tough.
It's tough.
But these people have been thrown in, and this is 2 winters.
Yeah.
2 winters that most of these people have been in these campers. They're not made to live up in the mountains full time.
No.
And operate
year round.
No
way.
And live in that. So it's tough.
It's tough.
But you see these families, you go out there and you see these families that have, like I say, have children that are living between 2 campers.
We have multiple like that. They're living in multiple little structures between tiny homes and RVs, and that's tough. I just want to get the families back under one roof.
Oh, well, as I said, one of the things that meant the most to me, because therefore, with our home destroyed, it was my son, my daughter-in-law, 4 children, had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And they lived 9 months with my son's in-laws. What a blessing that someone would take that many in.
Yeah, 6 families.
For 9 months. I just want to see my son get a roof over his head.
Yeah.
I need my child to have a roof.
I remember that message I got from you before I knew you very well, and you're like, just help them first. Because I'm like, what about you? What's going on with you? And you're like, no. I'm fine. I'm fine. You're living in as much hell as he is. And you're like, I'm fine. Just take care of my boy. And I'm like, I have a feeling you're not telling me the whole thing here.
Well, and here's another situation with our home. We have no bridge.
Right. Yeah.
So I can write a book on bridges.
Oh yeah.
But we're still dealing with the bridge from 21 when Tropical Storm Fred came through.
It annihilated. It's not that it annihilated your bridge. It just annihilated the whole thing, like the sides of the bridge, the bridge. I mean, like when I go to her house, I park at the bridge and I walk across it. I'm like, I'm not driving across that bridge. You drive over it every day.
We got a little temporary, but I can't work on my house.
No,
I can't get
trucks to it.
I can't get cement truck. I can't get.
You couldn't get a fire truck over there. You couldn't even get an ambulance over there.
That's true. So it's till I get that taken care of, I can't fix my house.
No.
And the longer it sits there, the worse it gets.
Right. And that's been tough.
It has been tough.
That's been a full-blown nightmare.
It has been tough. But, there's always good that comes out of things. My son, my daughter-in-law, kids.
They're home. They're
happy. They're happy.
Yeah.
But, we just have to keep plodding along.
Yeah. I'm so proud of you. I'm so thankful that you've stayed with us.
I love you guys. I mean, we say every day's an adventure here. You never know when you answer that phone.
Hey, so without getting too deep into it, you got to go to a meeting with me this week.
I did,
and we tried to go to a couple. Because you wanted to see what it was like. I already knew it was a crap show. And I was like, I'm so over going to these meetings. Yeah. I was going to these meetings every week. It's 2-3 hours a week. And I went from January to August. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. I cannot. It was very important for me to go to these meetings because this group is where the big money comes in at. Because of their designated kind of for the county. This is the one group that is for the county. All the money should come into it, and it should be dispersed accordingly to rebuild homes, to rebuild people, all the things. And it is, and I quit going.
I see why.
So you said something to me in that meeting after we left. It hit hard because I agree, because I tried so hard to, be an active part of that group, knowing what I do every single day. But you said to me how many people that you recognized in there. And that was a big meeting. Yeah. There was
there was a lot of people in there.
Like at least 40. Mm-hmm. At least 40 people were there. And how many of them were local?
Other than myself. And I would say I've lived here all my life. You know that.
Yeah.
People come in, I'm like, oh, hey, oh, yes, yeah. And that one person stopped and spoke.
Yeah.
And I didn't recognize. I recognized no one.
Nobody. And so we have other groups coming in here trying to tell us how to do things, trying to do some pretty insane development, trying to, do some big, like, oh, we can build these big complexes, we can build these big neighborhoods, and nobody's listening to the locals because there's no locals really there.
No, there's not.
I mean, that's tough.
It was really hard. I struggled with that. I struggled with some of the content. I struggled with and I had asked a couple questions prior to going, and I didn't feel the answer was, I like I say, there's a lot of questionable things that I don't know. Like, do they have a real grasp?
Yeah.
On what is really, really kind of going on
out
here?
Or they just pretended.
And when you go to that home and you see that father who's working from daylight to dark to try to get his family out of that tiny home and that camper right there, into a roof over their head, that they don't have to leave one building to go to another to go to the bathroom.
God, that would make me crazy. You know how many times I go to the bathroom in the middle of the night?
And it hurts. It hurts when you see that and you think, do you know that story?
Yeah.
Have you spoken to? It's sad.
Or if they have spoken to them and they still don't have the passion to make a difference. That's what bothers me about it. Is it's like, it's well, I mean, I'm going to go on vacation for a couple months and I'm going to forget all of this. I can't even go downtown for 3 days without panicking about my projects and making sure they're making progress. And so I struggle through that. I really have struggled with that group and with the leadership of that group, because I feel like, are they putting our best interests at heart for the community? And as hard as we have worked to try to make a difference, and they haven't, and it bothers me. I struggle with it often.
Well, to go out there.
Are you excited to go to the next meeting?
I'm busy.
Yeah,
but to go out there,
too, girl.
If you can.
But I promised you the experience.
Yeah, you took me, man. You did great. You did great. You took me.
Yeah.
But if you can go to some of these projects and not leave, if you can walk away from those things and go, oh, well, to coin a phrase that I heard, you got a mess.
Yeah.
If you can walk away with that attitude, then you need to question your humanity.
Yeah. Well, and you need to get out of the way.
Yeah. Because if you can leave that project and not run that through your mind over and over and over, and think, what can I do to help that person?
Right.
What can I do?
Right. We move heaven and earth. That's what we do.
And the thing about it is most of us are in similar situations.
Right.
But yet they're willing to help somebody else.
Right.
Some with the least to give are given the most.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. So I think that my takeaway from it is we need local leadership to get involved. We need local community members to get involved. I'm telling you now, I've been telling you for months, I've been screaming it from the top of my lungs. Get involved. If you don't have loss, but you want to see your community be rebuilt and you want to fight for your neighbors, get involved. Because there's some stuff going on that when it happens, you're going to be like, nobody told me. Well, get involved. You got to get involved, because there's some things happening that is just like,
You got to get out.
You got to get involved. We really need people to get involved, because I can't do everything and I can't deal with that. I mean, my blood, I probably turned 10 shades of red.
Well, it's easy. It's easy to stay home. And I'm not saying go out, and I'm just saying go listen.
Yeah.
Go hear. Don't see it on the news. Don't read it in the paper. Don't hear it from someone else. Go out there and put your eyes and ears on it yourself.
Yes.
Of what's going on, period. Whether it's good, positive, get out there.
That's right.
Know what's going on, but see it and hear it for yourself. because I say there's a lot of great stories in our community. I'm telling you, and there's some that's just disappointing. You know, we wouldn't be as far along as we are if it wasn't neighbors helping neighbors.
Absolutely, 100%.
And you know,
Yes,
just like you said out there, I got as soon as I got cut out of my drive, I got to figure this out.
Yeah,
and that's what happened in so many communities.
all over.
Yeah,
but people feel like, okay, everything's back to normal.
No,
and it's not.
We're so far.
It's not.
We're so far from normal.
I agree. Well, is there anything else you would like to tell people tonight on your experience with Rebuilding Hollers and what we're doing here?
Rebuilding is, Stephanie, you've done an amazing job. You push. Most days you can't. If you see Stephanie and she gets to come into the office, most days you have to follow her around to even get to speak to her because she's on the phone or somebody's in. This is a busy lady right here. And it's not just Stephanie.
Yeah.
It's not just Stephanie. She's got a husband. She's got a daughter. And their life's been put on hold to see this through.
Yeah.
And, you know, Tyler's an amazing partner.
Isn't he great?
And he just plods right along with Stephanie.
Yeah.
And Sid, she's out there doing her thing. But you know, they, like I say, this was a big part of their life too.
Yeah.
To see this through. So people can't, I don't think people grasp the commitment that you've done and you've given out there. And it's like I say, it's your family as well. And you know, how many of us could do that?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't my intention. God made me do it. I still fight him sometimes.
And and I'm telling you, God has blessed. Yeah. And there's
He has. Look, how could I say no? I mean, it's been miracles. So many miracles. I've watched them happen. You know, we're in a physical body in a supernatural world. And I'm here for the miracles. I'm here for the underdogs. I'm here so that nobody feels left behind. And that's what matters to me.
Well, and it's amazing that we see people come in. I mean, I remember, just this week, and a lady came in, and I don't know what she get, a couple doorknobs.
Yeah.
And stands there and is so grateful and breaks down and starts to cry. And she's so grateful for so little.
Yeah.
But
she has nothing.
So
she has nothing. Her house is being built. We're getting her working on her house, and it's time for doorknobs. And so now, you know, she just comes and gets what she needs. And I think it's been.
But it's really good to see how thankful some people can be.
Yeah.
Just so
our community is amazing.
Absolutely.
We live in the greatest place on earth.
Absolutely.
That's why I do what I do. So
absolutely.
All right. Well, I love you. Thanks for staying late and coming on the podcast with me.
This has been great.
Yeah.
We could talk. We could
do it for hours. We'll be texting tonight.
Yeah.
I love you. I'm so thankful you're here with us. We could not do this without you. I'm so thankful that you're part of our team, a vital part of our team, and so much like me. You know what I mean?
That may be a bad thing at times.
I know, right?
But I thank you for everything you've done for my family.
Yeah, I love your family very much.
Well, I so do appreciate it. And we have a lot of fun laughing and carrying on.
Yeah, we have a big time. So, well, my friends, we are so thankful that you joined us tonight. Got a little bit of an insight into what happens at Rebuilding Hollers. It's definitely wild. It's definitely crazy. We have a lot of projects going on. I was recently questioned on how I handle so much. And I said, well, just come on in the office and I'll show you. So it's definitely.
I'm telling you, this girl can multitask and it's amazing.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I can't juggle, but obviously you can.
Well, it's just I don't know. I have no idea how I do it all. I just do. I'm just doing what I can do.
You did an amazing job.
And getting people home. So I'm so thankful for your help and support in that. One last surprise, since you made it all the way to the end. We have new merch coming. Check this out. I'm so excited. Our friend Vanessa, I had this idea. I had this vision in the middle of the night. I said, Vanessa, I need a new logo. It's not necessarily a new logo, but a new merch for our gear, our new logo. I don't know. It's our new logo. Our logo's in it, but we've built upon it. I'm so excited about this. This is just so magical. So we will start putting this on our t-shirts here next week. I'm ordering them. and I'm so excited. So we have new merch coming out for you so that you can keep helping us rebuild our community and get everybody home. Is so important. Every penny here goes straight to the projects, straight to what we're working on, straight to building materials. And like I said, I spend a lot of money and I need your help. So pretty please visit us online, check out our merch, buy a copy of our magazine, take a selfie with us in the store, wherever you're at. And thank you so much for loving me. Thank you so much for loving my community. I'll see y'all later.
The hardest part isn't the knowing. It isn't knowing everything that you have to do to get everything back right. The hardest part are the memories. Knowing exactly how it used to look before the storm. That's the hardest part.